Michelle Johnson, EWTN.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Good to see you. EWTN's like 15 miles from my house.
No way.
Yeah, I'm from Alabama.
You're from Birmingham.
Yeah, I live over on 280, and so we appreciate you guys very much. And you did several interviews for us for October Baby, so thanks so much. And I'm so glad you're here.
Such a good movie, such a good movie.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, I'm going to give you a softball here, which is to promote our town. Why Birmingham? Why did you do the film there and not here?
Yeah, so my brother and I are born and raised in Birmingham, Alabama. I love Alabama. My grandfather, who received the Medal of Honor, is from Alabama. My dad's from Alabama. We're from Alabama. That's our home. And as wonderful as it is to be, at the Historic Chinese Theater for the premiere of my movie, I love working in Alabama, and I love the support the state has given us over the years. I have no intention of moving. My home's in Alabama, as they say, and I love working there, and it's just such a great, the people of Alabama are just so wonderful and so supportive of what we're doing, and I can't imagine working anywhere else. So I'm so glad this movie, everything you see in this movie is Birmingham, Alabama.
Cool. Now, do you think that this is a good way to bring Hollywood around to see that a family-friendly film can make money?
Well, I think what everyone listening needs to understand is we have never, as the Christian community, had an opportunity like we have right now to really make a difference in what I believe is, America's #2 export, which is entertainment, and an enormously powerful medium, and I know EWTN knows that, the power of television, the power of film. So we're trying to be a part of doing, affirming, clean pieces of work that really give, ultimately, God's truth to people. I mean, God's truth is enormously appealing when it's correctly presented.
Yes.
And so, this movie is about your value and about your worth, and that God loves you just as you are, and that you're a masterpiece, even though we're a mess, but we're a beautiful mess. And I think every mom feels like she's not enough and needs to be reminded of grace and of her worth and of how much God loves her just for who she is. And the movie really proclaims that in a very unique way and in a comedy. And I'm so glad that we're it's like a tree, we're branching out into different types of movies. So this is a comedy, and this is kind of a first for kind of faith films. And I'm so glad to be a part of a mini revolution, and I encourage everybody. There's never been as much momentum for faith-based entertainment as right now. And,
Why is that?
I don't know. I feel like the walls have just kind of fallen down, and the movies are starting to generate revenue, so studios are starting to look and fund more of them. And this is the 5th faith-based film, well, 4th, this spring, that has generated, revenue and gotten a wide release, and we hope that Mom's Night Out becomes one of those. And that just says that, this is a huge underserved market, and we're trying to call Hollywood back to a place of responsibility. Of let's produce things that make revenue, of course, but let's also produce things that are clean and responsible and good for people. And I feel the tide of change, and I'm so glad to be a part of it, and I can't wait to see the momentum that just keeps on going. It's quite like a snowball right now, and so it's really exciting.
It's nice to see somebody who's actually a Christian doing the movie versus some of these movies, these big Bible-based movies, where you've got people that maybe aren't quite doing the story right.
Yeah, I was so unfortunately disappointed, like in Noah, and when I read the script, and I was just like, oh, if they would have just talked to us, this movie would have, and so I think that the Christian community knows when someone is not a part and just trying to make money, and I think that they can tell that dishonesty, and they can also tell the honesty of someone really making it. So I'm telling you, God is doing great work not only outside of Hollywood but also inside. There's some wonderful people, and we're trying to make the films as good as we can. And if the audience will support us, this revolution will just keep going.